is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, as always, the queen of the indies, and I'm so excited. It's been a busy week for the Under the Ropes series, and then I have my good friend, Emil Jay. What is going on?
I'm on No Holds Barred. I can't be screaming. I'm in my house right now, but you know how it go.
Yup.
What's up, everybody? Emil Jay here. Happy to be here. Ready to talk some wrestling with the Queen.
Yeah, thank you. I saw like we had a little bit of a glitch on Twitter. It's not letting me tweet this out, so please guys share the stream and get some people in here. Twitter's on that ish today, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a political hit.
Oh shit.
What's the maybe I can do it.
Maybe you could do it.
Maybe the streets are watching you, but they're not watching
maybe
me.
I don't know. I guess I put Twitter on its bad side or something. Like,
all right, boom.
I
hit something with a retweet.
All right. Well,
we'll see what's happening.
We shared. So I put another link out there for you, and we shared the restream. So the YouTube's on there too. So wherever you guys like to listen, but please feel free to share it so we can get some peeps in here. If you guys got questions, I'm sure Emma will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So if you guys are new,
any and all,
but yeah, everything. If you're new here I interview everything independent wrestling, wrestlers, promoters, ring announcers, commentary, anything important to the independent scene. I got you covered. So we're gonna have a party. Emma's drinking a beer apparently.
I am. I have the PBR, courtesy of PBR themselves. No, actually, I bought it at the store, but they sent me that nice jacket today.
I love it.
It's a nice quality jacket too. So when you guys see us wearing these Pabst Rats jackets, just know that they're also pretty comfortable, nice and lined, quilted. We're comfortable in those. Pabst, PBR, you guys did great. Thank you.
I love that they got like into wrestling, right? Like all of a sudden, it's been like one of those things. Like, how cool is that? I feel like we're getting a lot of people sponsoring now.
Yeah, my two loves, like, pro wrestling and PBR. We just got to get battle rap involved, and then like I'm good. Like I'm set.
I mean, geez, we just saw Alex Zane got also like kind of sponsored by Taco Bell too. So how neat is this?
Yeah, he got hooked up.
He did. I love it. So I'm working on that for Alex Zane to return back on the No Holds Barred Network. I know he's been here twice. So we're in the talks of that, me and Alex, so we'll get him here. But today we're all about Emil Jay, so I love it. So actually we got a question in the chat, and it's funny, it's because I was gonna kind of ask this, but I'm gonna give James in the chat credit. He goes, "What got you into being an announcer?"
In terms of commentary or in terms of ring announcing?
Well, his specific is ring announcing. So you know what? Let's do both. So why don't you start with telling how you got into being a ring announcer?
Oh, well, because that was like the second thing. Like I was doing commentary first. Mm-hmm. So like that's what I had always wanted to do. And like I told somebody who was involved with a local independent promotion called NWA Force One. That because he came into the TGI Fridays I was working at, and I was like, oh hey, like I would like to do that one day. And then eventually he's like, oh yeah, do you still want to do this? I showed up to a show. Do you still want to do this? I say yeah. He's like, okay, cool, you're on match number 4. And then like from that point in time, which was actually coming up on 13 years ago, is November of 2008. Like I was with them for like a while, and then come February 2010, I show up to their monthly show in Hamilton, New Jersey, and Sami Callihan is like the new booker at this point in time. Like we had just he had just taken control the previous month, and I guess some of the people were some of the old guard were not pleased with it, and like one of the guys was like the ring announcer. He didn't stick around. And then he was like, and Sammy was like, "Oh, hey, I need you to ring announce tonight." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, I never did it before, like, but I was needed at that time to do that, and that's really what got me into it. Like, just the fact that the guy didn't show,
Hmm.
and I was there, and Sammy was like, "You do it," and I said, "Okay," and I just started doing it for Force One, like where I was also like the commissioner and like also like a commentator at times too. So like I was like doing like a lot of different things, but like it was cool. Like uh, definitely got me uh comfortable at the start because like it was like a it was like a small like it was a pretty local independent. Like we were drawing pretty good crowds at that point in time, but like like a couple hundred people here and there.
Right, right. Wow.
Uh, but like, it's not like I was starting at the fucking CZW arena or something,
Hmm.
in front of all those people, crazies. So like, I got to like dip my toes into it like pretty easy early on, and then just got to grow from there.
Was it like nerve wracking? Like, I mean, the comparison to like, 100 people up to, which we'll get into, like going to Atlantic City, and there's over 2,000 people. Like, how is that, feeling? Because I know a lot of wrestlers also like they get anxiety, or other ring announcers like they get nervous before. So like, how is that situation for you?
No, I don't get um anxious or
Hmm.
nervous. I get excited.
Hmm.
I feel like it's the same energy. It's just how you channel it. Uh, like to me, like if you're nervous, like you're worried.
Right.
You're like like you're not sure about what you're gonna do.
Hmm.
But if you're excited,
Right.
you're confident.
Yeah.
You're ready to go and knock it out of the park.
Hmm.
And it's the same. It's literally the same feeling. It's just how you kind of harness it and process it. And
Hmm.
like I always try to tell people to like like if I see like Chad Spectacular, Scotty Cerriti, or
Hmm.
like any like younger ring announcers or commentators or whatever, I'd be like, "Yo, how you feeling?" "Oh, I'm nervous." "No, don't be nervous. Be
Yeah.
excited. Be happy. Be positive. Be up. Don't be down."
Yeah.
Like I try to always like motivate people to be as positive as they can so they can go out there and deliver. Um, and that's how I look at it too. Like
Hmm.
I don't get nervous or anything about these crowds or anything like that. And it's not uh it's because I'm excited
Right.
instead. Like I feel like it's the same thing. I'm just harnessing it in a different direction to motivate myself to be the best that I can be,
Yeah.
and to put all the wrestlers and the refs and everybody involved in the show up on the pedestal it needs to be, because that's really what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm setting the table,
Yeah.
and if I need to do that to the best of my ability so everybody can eat,
Yeah.
right?
Right. No, definitely. No, it's true
Yeah.
though. Like that confidence, and like even me starting out would even do like these under the rope series that I do with the interviews. I've been nervous. I've had those moments, and like now I've been doing it a while, so I get better. But I still have my moments. I think even like me interviewing Arcadia the other day, I felt like a little nervous.
Yeah,
Hey,
easy.
chat spectaculars
Yeah.
in the chat. What's going?
Hey, yeah, you did a great job at Destiny, by the way.
Yeah, he's putting hearts. He goes true. He tells me that every time. Love Emil. He's the best. So
Hell
I
yeah,
love it.
I
I love
like
you
that.
guys. But yeah, no, I love that. It's great, and like to see even like people like Chad Spectacular, like, and then I know like he gets nervous too with some of the stuff, and
Oh, I know.
he's great, and he did a really great job this weekend and all the other times, and I
Hmm.
love it that he's got, which we'll get into also with you, is that he's got his style going on, and I
Yep.
love it, and it's just an amazing thing. But so you know what? Let's talk wrestling fashion. I guess we're gonna go all over the place since tribute to chat into the chat. So I feel like we could go like that, right? Everybody's got their different styles, right? The ring announcers, you know, like some people like very blingy, some people, you know, into the whole suit. You know, we've had Shane Fair on, you know, we talked about him with the gloves. You're here.
White glove, the white glove treatment.
Yes, I love it. I love it. He's the best, you know. And I love with you is that you get, you know, like, I want to know, like, what makes you, okay, so, like, you're going to go work this GCW show. Like, what is your thought process of, like, what shirt you're going to wear?
Okay, so it either has to do with, like, either, like, I link it to, like, something that's going on in the show. Like, for example, like, the other day when I was at Destiny, I wore Hayabusa long sleeve because, you know, like, you know, if we're, you know, working with like FMWE and everything like that, let's not forget, you know, somebody else who made FMW. Let's show respect to Hayabusa. So like that's why I did that. Like I think it was like Tournament of Survival. I wore like an all-over print 1995 King of the Deathmatch shirt from IWA Japan. Like when I was in Houston, I wore a Harlem Heat shirt because they're actually from Houston. Just things like that. Like if there's something like that, or if I get or if I get something in and it's like popping, like I want to wear it like for example, like the Royal Rumble '92 all over print, that real colorful one that I wore at Fight Club, Mox and Gage. Like I got that like a couple weeks before that show, but I wanted to wear it at that show because I knew a lot of people were going to be watching that show. There were going to be a lot of people at that show. It's a dope shirt. Yeah. Like I wanted to make sure that people saw that shirt in Pacific. So like it's either you know something hot that I want a lot of people to be looking at the time, or I try to link it to the show, you know, in some way, shape, or form, or link it to some wrestler on the show somehow, or based on geographic region.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't know like that. Like that's why I wanted to ask that question. That's so interesting to know
like
that. Yeah.
Like for example, like one time like Nick Gage was wrestling and I wore a Toshiaki Kawada shirt because Kawada is one of Nick's favorite wrestlers. You know, a lot of people will say Otani because, you know, Gage has said Otani, but he's also said Kawada. I know there's been a little bit of, you know, when I said Kawada was his favorite wrestler, people were like, no, Otani. And I'm like, well, he said to me Kawada. Like, look at his first pair of tights. It's Kawada's tights, just not filled in. Like, obviously, the man liked Toshiaki Kawada a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
But, so, like, just little things like that, you know, try to... and then in last time in Chicago, Art of War Games, before... Like, I wore a Paul Bearer all-over print just because it was new and it was cool. And then before Matt Cardona came out, I threw on my Double J, Jeff Jarrett, because he had made fun of me for wearing that before. And I wanted to wear it, you know, when he was coming out, just as a fucking dig at him, you know? Like, just little things like that. I don't know if anybody else picks up on it, but I do weird stuff sometimes.
No, but that's cool. But like, there's that meaning behind it, you know, that even if it's like meant for like one person, like, yeah, there's that dig, or, you know, in honor of somebody. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, that's such a, you know, a little plus that I didn't know that about you. So that's amazing. James is in the chat. He wants to know, if you can choose one, what was your favorite GCW show to announce?
Wow, there's like 5 that come to my head like immediately. But I think I want to say this year's spring break
Hmm.
at the Collective, because I feel like that was really kind of like a pivotal moment. Like specifically that Nick Gage intro where I hit the fucking three timer with the crowd participation, MDK all fucking day.
Yeah.
Like just like the energy that was there, big big match, Nikki's return, um, just all the people that were there, WrestleMania weekend, coming off the heels of you know, strict lockdowns and everything. Or the more strict I guess. I don't remember.
Right.
But like, yeah, we were actually gonna be able to do shit, for the first time in a while, get to
Yeah.
travel. And I really think that was like kind of that was a really important show for my career in terms of really starting to get to the next level in
Hmm.
terms of announcing.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like I really made a statement that night.
And how hard is that for a rig? I mean, you've been doing this a long time, so obviously you know a lot of people, but we also get like a lot of new incoming all the time. Wrestling's always growing, we get,
Hmm.
and they're getting younger and younger, but like, how is it like difficult, to pronounce some of these names and remember, like where they're from, their weight, all that?
Yeah, and especially because like I never use note cards or
Yeah,
anything like that.
yeah.
It's a bit it can be a little bit tricky, but I just kind of like run it through. I've always kind of been good at like memorization
Hmm.
and ways to remember things, like through school. Like I was one of those kids that never really took notes. I would just like kind of sit there and listen to the teacher,
Hmm.
and like just I would just be able to recall things, and I've always been blessed with a good memory.
Hmm.
So whenever they tell me, their things or whatever, like yeah, like I'll jot it down in my phone. I'll take it down in my notes apps on my phone,
Hmm.
to get the like the writing it out part
Hmm.
done,
Hmm.
and then like I'll run it through my head like you know a few times, 4 or 5 times. Then maybe like right before the match I'll look at it just to remind myself. But really that's really all it takes for me to run it through my brain and get it there. And the more I announce somebody,
Right.
the better I have it in my brain, like ready to have, like ready to go. Um, but for the first time, yeah, I kind of got to run it through my brain a few times and make sure I consult with them. Oh, you want me to say, like, how do you say your name? Like if it's you know unique or foreign or something like that, or unusual. Like I say that me, like my name isn't the most usual name, so I know what it's like for somebody to get your name wrong.
Right.
And
Right. Right.
I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly for them as best as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just ask and run it through your brain, and hopefully you remember your name, unless you're Drew Parker at Homecoming, in which case I blew that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
uh, it's old news now, right? Pretty much. I think somebody was
Yeah.
talking about that the other day to me, and I was like, I mean, it's got to be very difficult. Like, I even have, like even coming in, and like I always say that, I'm this queen of the indies, and it's like they're still always new, and sometimes even me walking in locker
Oh
rooms,
yeah.
and like I'm like, shit. What's that person's name again? Like, so
Hmm.
it's hard, and like especially in wrestling with constant in and out. It's a lot. So
Yup.
kudos to you. Humble's in the chat. He goes, I'm sorry if it's a male or female. I apologize. It said, "Hey Emil, we're at the CZW show, an excellent adventure. I remember Sammy Callahan straight up accidentally launching a glass bottle into the audience during a promo. Oh my."
Yeah, CCW, an excellent adventure. That wasn't that I'm trying to think, was that the same day as like the last show at the arena? And Evolve ran later that night or something like that. I think that was the January
Oof.
2011 show.
Wow.
I think that's what that was.
Wow. Damn. Talking about like blast in the past. And Humble says yes.
That was the date?
Yeah.
January
He
2011?
said the doubleheader
Yeah.
would Evolve. Yes. Wow.
Yep.
That's
Ricochet
a lot.
wrestled Johnny Gargano that show. That was the same show, the Evolve show. That was when Low Key knocked out Atu with the rolling capo kick, like right in the beginning of the match. If you ever seen that clip.
Wow. Now I gotta go back.
Yeah,
and
that
like,
was that show.
Oof. You're definitely the person to talk to, like with, matches. I'm sure, like, people come to you, okay, recommend me a match, and like I've had that conversation with you in person, like that you'll talk about random, like, and here we are in 2021, and like now we're like talking about something in 2011, like that's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's
just like that too. Like I'm ready with it. Like
it's impressive.
It's okay.
It's impressive. Like Ryan Redfield, I always call him the encyclopedia. He's another one that, could just remember like dates and like where they were and the name of the show. It's really impressive. And I'm impressed also even when we have wrestlers on and we'll go back and talk about matches in the beginning. And like, do you remember like every single match that like you have? And most of them are like, yeah, pretty much. I do remember.
Yes.
So
it's crazy, and they're the ones landing on their heads and getting knocked around and shit. Like the fact that they can remember, like I'm just out here like smoking and drinking, like and my brain's so good. Like I guess if I was like getting dropped in my head, like we'll see what would happen. But like I'm pretty shocked myself.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about commentary. What's like one of the most hardest things about doing commentary?
Making sure that you're entertaining. Because I mean, I don't like. I'm not trying to like. I would never try to downplay anything in pro wrestling, but like we've seen it all before. Like where the promoter is like, "Oh, anybody can do commentary. Here's my friend. He can do it. He's a funny guy, right?"
Yeah.
Like especially in a lot of these like lower level places and places where they don't value the overall product. But we've all seen it, we've all heard it about the attitude. Well, anybody can do commentary. Even people in wrestling are like, oh, let me jump on commentary, and they jump on commentary and they're the shits. And it's like, why did you want to jump on commentary? Like, what were you trying to prove here? Like it's just silly. But like, you just being entertaining to the point where people want to listen to you and will go past hearing what you're saying, but they'll actually listen to what you're saying.
Right.
Because like there's so many times where I'm watching like Monday Night Raw or whatever. Monday Night Raw mostly because like it's the most egregious example. Where you'll be watching and it's just the commentary is just like insipid most of the time, and it's just like, oh, like I'm not even like, I'm hearing you talk, but I'm not listening to a word that you're saying because it's not worth listening to between all the crazy jargon and the constant just arguing back and forth. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I remember when like Corey Graves would just argue with everybody all the time. He probably still does.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Like, it's just hard to listen to, and I just tune it out. Like, I hear it, but I don't listen to it.
Right.
So you have to be entertaining and knowledgeable and engaging.
Right.
Like, that's the most difficult part, being engaging to the customer base or whoever you're trying to you know, whoever's watching your product at that time.
Right.
And honestly, like, you have to know also a commentary, like, where you're at, like, and what you're doing. Like, I'm not gonna go commentate the same at GCW as I am at, you know, local mom and pop family friendly wrestling.
Right. Right.
I'm just not gonna do that. You got to know your product, you got to know your audience, and you got to know how to be engaging.
Yeah. Makes total sense. I tried it once and I was like, it's not for me. And I was like, no. I was like, not for me.
Yeah, yeah, because you had to do all those things that I talked about.
Yeah.
On top of talking about what you're seeing
Yeah.
and like real time as it's happening. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, when you're doing commentary for
Yeah.
a wrestling match, like, there's a lot of things going through your brain. You're like, oh, I got to put this over. I got to plug
Yeah.
this thing. I got to talk about the match. I got to talk about the story. Got to talk about what just happened. Got to talk, and you really, you know, you just figure out ways to slip all of those things in.
Yeah.
And somehow, miraculously, it always works.
Right, right. Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't. I'd rather sit behind you know, at a chair being that fan recording, and you guys can laugh at me being a stupid ass on my own videos pretty much. But like, yeah, I give you a lot of credit for that. And then especially when you're live and then you have people live tweeting as well, because I know even a lot of commentators too, like they'll be like, oh, so and so just said this on Twitter or whatever. So like it's a lot. Like,
I love that. That's my favorite. I love live streaming. I don't like it now. Like, I'm spoiled now. Like, if I'm not like, if we're not live, like, I'll feel like, come on, like, I'm not talking to anybody right now. Like, I want that feedback. I want that, like, back and forth. Like, I don't know, like, it's just so much fun, like, to get that instant, like, thing, like, especially, like, if you, like, especially for me, like, if I'm sitting there and I have a particularly good line that I feel like I just hit, like, I know that if we were live, people would be like, haha, that's funny. Like, I would get a couple, I would get like a couple tweets about it and I would feel good about it. But then like for example, when we was at like Unsanctioned Pro, like, I thought those shows are live and I was like souped up, and then I found out like an hour before, it's like, oh, we're taping these to show later, and I was like, ah, damn. but like when the shows like actually premiered, like, I did get those tweets like later on, so I was like, all right, cool, like, this is fine. I had to wait for my serotonin.
I mean, I've done that
I had
too.
to wait.
I've tweeted at you before too, and Scotty, and like it's just fun. Like, I love that reaction, and it's like also like a playoff even to your fans, right? Because like you'll see that, and then like you could kind of feed that into your commentary too, and that makes the fan feels good too. Like, oh shit, like they just read my tweet. Like,
absolutely, you know? It's that interaction.
Yeah,
like I love that. Like, that's you know, like when you see me like getting ready before a show, like what I'm saying to the people, like, yo, like, give me that energy. I need that. Like, 'cause, like, otherwise, if you got like, if nobody's like being crazy, like, I'm gonna look like a fucking dickhead going crazy by myself in the ring. You know what I mean? Like, I need that. I need the back and forth, like, and it's infectious too. Like, it spreads to the wrestlers. Like the overall mood. It's just so good at these shows. You know, like,
that's important. It's so important. Oh man, all you peeps in the chat, shout out to you. Ryan Redfield, he goes,
oh, Big Red.
He goes, I still remember one match you went crazy in the background on your birthday. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell a little story about that. So Marcus Mathers and Ree Walker, they had a match at H2O on my birthday last year. And I just go, I'm like, oh yeah, gonna have some fun at the wrestling show. Marcus Mathers and Reed Walker, they tear the fucking roof off the place, right? They have this crazy match. And then I'm like, wow, whew, I feel bad for whoever has to follow that shit. I literally said that, like, to like anybody who was like listening. Like, I just said it out loud. Next thing you know, here comes fucking Big Red and Awesome Luke.
Oh no.
Bell rings. And these two kids, I can say that because I'm old. These two kids, rookie, young wrestlers, just started doing Shibata Ishii at each other, started going to war, just going crazy, and I couldn't believe it because they were like they did a match that was just as good as Marcus and Reed, but in a different way. And I was like, man, they killed it. And,
they shut you up pretty much, right? Made you eat your words.
Like, cause like, you know, like Marcus and Reed, like they went in, like that was a crazy match. And then I was like, man, because like everybody was like so involved and so invested in it too. Like heat wise, I was like, man, like the people are gonna need a second to like calm down.
Right.
Like, I feel bad. Nope, they just hot.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of each other. And like they did that chemistry. Smart. That was good.
Yeah, they got great chemistry, those two. Like, oof, all those kids.
It's on IWTV, December 4th, 2020. I forget what the show is called.
Oh, Ryan will remember it. I know he'll drop it in the chat. I love it.
Yeah, I forget what the show is called. Opportunity Knocks or some shit like that. I don't know.
He'll write it in the chat. Cody Jen, what's up from NFW, which you'll be making your debut, which we'll get into in a second. But he goes, question for Emil. Blake Christian just got released by WWE. Oh my God, that makes me so sad. Who do you want his return match to be at GCW?
Alex Zane.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
They got to do it again. They got to do it again. Those two guys, they're made to wrestle each other. So have them wrestle each other again.
Man.
Who else? Like I'm not who else got released? Like not. I
don't even know. Let me know who else got released. I saw something that they were gonna release a couple of people.
Yeah,
I thought like Blake was kind of safe over there, but apparently not.
Like because this impacts GCW pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
Because hey, if you're out there, we're just gonna book you.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Amber Moon and Bliss Busick. I'm sorry, I don't even watch WWE anymore, so if I said that name wrong, I'm sorry.
You said Biff Busick?
Yep.
Oni Lorcan is out of there?
Damn.
Oh, we gotta get Biff Busick on the phone. Hey, Brett Lauderdale, I need him on the line right now. Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, we're getting off track. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Ryan said it was Mystery Violence Theater Act 2. That was the show.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh wow, Scarlet got released too. Holy crap! Damn, the Indies
they
is
haven't
gonna.
Been doing anything with her.
Indies are gonna. You know, the Indies are popping anyway. So like, just bring it on. Like that's fine. You know.
Biff Busick. We gotta get Biff Busick versus John Gresham in the.
Ooh. He's
goddamn
like, we gotta finish this
GCW.
interview because he's gotta get Brett on the phone and like make this happen pretty much. But
Biff Busick and hot sauce would be really good.
Ooh.
Tracy Williams.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Cody said Biff versus Chris Dickinson.
Yeah, yo, absolutely.
Damn.
Wait, where's Eddie Edwards? Is he signed to Impact?
I'm not sure. Let me know in the chat.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So you know what?
Fantasy Booker.
I see. You should have your own show that you can showcase and like book your own stuff. That'd be pretty interesting to see. Maybe we'll see that one day. We'll book your
You'll
own.
be a wacky ass show, I'll tell you that much.
I love it. He goes, Eddie's with Impact.
Okay.
So
A lot of my ideas make it to Lauderdale anyway, by the
ooh,
way. So
there you go. So since Cody's in the chat, let's talk NFW. Okay, NFW is coming up on the 19th. So I'm really excited for that. You guys will see it. Like, I will be backstage. I will be doing backstage interviews. You'll see that as an indie talk. So, but you're making your debut, and it's like, you know, a new up and coming promotion that's starting to make waves. Like, so this has to be exciting for you. Another promotion you could add, you know, to your resume. Like, tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, 100%. Like the people there at NFW are awesome. Like they're cool to hang out with, and they put on what looked to be some cool looking shows with some great lineups with some matches that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see, and they've had. This will be what, show number?
It's 3, I believe.
3, I think.
Yeah, it's 3. This is 3 because they have a bunch of breakouts on their YouTube channel. So yeah, this is number 3, and this will be at the Monster Factory. So.
Yeah, and I think I think I was supposed to be at the last one, but something came up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall. Like, I've been meaning to get with the NFW guys because, like I said, like just by, you know, meeting them at GCW shows, like they're a good crew of dudes, and anything I can do to help them out as they're emerging as an independent company, I would be more than happy to do. Whatever little bit that could be, I'm happy to provide it for them and to provide my services for them and give them guys some big match intros because that's what everybody deserves.
Absolutely. Cody said you were going to come to show 2 at H2O, but you were booked elsewhere.
Yeah. I was trying to remember like what that date was so I could remember what I was booked for, but I couldn't remember. I remember it was July something, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like modern history is like very shaky to me because it's all a blur. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, ask me about things in wrestling that happened like 10 or more years ago. Yeah, I know it all. I know it.
Oh man. Let's do some fan tweets. We got a couple of fan tweets. Thank you guys for jumping those in on Twitter. Joe Hale said, favorite match to call and favorite wrestler watching when you were a kid.
Ooh. I know for a fact that my first favorite professional wrestler of all time was The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. When I first started watching when I was 8.5 years old in mid-1995. Liked The Undertaker a whole lot. Big on Bret Hart, Sting, Rey Mysterio Jr. I was big on Flash Funk, Too Cold Scorpio. Arn Anderson is my favorite wrestler of all time. Favorite match that I've called?
It's got to be hard. You've done a lot.
Yeah, I don't even know. Jeez. I don't even...
It's got to change, though, right? Like, I would assume that it would change daily, right? Like...
Yeah, because I've, like, depending on, like I could be thinking of, oh, that was a really good match that I got to call, or that was a really important match that I got to call, therefore it's my favorite, or like I said some like really cool things during that match, so it's my favorite. So like I really don't even know like how to approach like favorite match that I've called because there's a lot of things that can go into it for me personally.
Well, how about this?
You know what I mean? Like more so than just the match itself.
Yeah. Has there been one that, how about we do this? Maybe this breaks it down a little bit easier. Was there one on your bucket list that happened that made you like, so, I mean, every match is great that you get to call, but has there been that like bucket list, like, shit, I want to like call these two people? Like, have you had that like fulfilled for you?
I don't know if fulfill is a good, because there's always going to be dream matches. There's always going to be something.
Well, up to date. How about that? How about like up to now? Like, has there been something that fulfilled something you wanted?
I mean,
it's like that loaded question, right? Like,
yeah, because like there's a lot like I'm thinking back to when like this could be like recency bias, and I think that's what this question might have a lot to it, because like I said, there's always going to be matches that come across, you know, that get made and you're like, oh shit, I get to do commentary on that.
Yeah.
Like a most recent example for me was Minoru Suzuki versus Jonathan Gresham out in LA. Like, wow, that's crazy. And like, depending on who's in town and what's going on in LA on December 17th, whoever Negro Casas is wrestling, like, if I'm the guy with Kevin Gill, like, I could be doing commentary on a Negro Casas match, which would be amazing. As a matter of fact, I might just have to fucking politic to do that, because I'm such a mark for Negro Casas. Like, it's unbelievable. And it's unbelievable that he's going to be wrestling at a GCW show in 2021.
Nuts.
For fuck's sake.
Man.
It's nuts.
It's been a crazy 2021. That I could definitely say for the indies. So I can only imagine what next year is going to be, right? Like, next year is going to be insane.
We're only getting started.
Yeah.
We're only getting started. Yeah. And, like, the landscape is changing a lot, especially right now. But that's not altogether a bad thing for everybody.
Yeah.
It can be a good thing for some people. It's going to be a bad thing for other people. I can't say that it's all going to be positive, but with the way the landscape is changing, what with, you know, what's going down over in Ring of Honor, and, you know, what's going on with these recent releases with WWF, and the way that AEW seems to be cool with playing ball.
Yeah.
Impact through that, you know, and working relationships just that are getting made here and there. Like it's an exciting time to be around if you're able to, you know, get your footing underneath you and, you know, be a name on the scene, I guess, you know what I mean? You know, if you can get there, it's exciting. I understand the competition right now. There's a lot of free agents going around right now.
Yeah.
A lot.
But it's also good too, because then you have that opportunity of like what's hot in the indies, you know, even like these young talent, and like they can come and work these people that have been released and learn the knowledge off these guys. You know, like Alex Zane, right? Like, he's like perfect example. Like, he's done seminars, which I want to talk about with him, you know? So, but like, how cool is that? Because I even know like other friends, you know, wrestler friends, like they'll say like, oh, you know, like I got to get down to Zane's like seminar. Like, how cool is that? Like, even though that he was only there like a short period of time, but I could only imagine the knowledge that he got from being.
And this isn't, this is not a slight towards him in any way whatsoever. So I don't want anybody to take it as such.
Oh, no, positive, yeah.
But a lot of his time that he spent down there, he was in the PC.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a lot of those drills, a lot of those exercises, you know, ready to share, because, you know, it's, from what I understand, a very high level stuff that you're doing in there
Yeah.
at the fucking WWF Performance Center.
Right.
And I don't because Alex Zane, he didn't really have very many matches there, and that's their bad.
Yeah.
But he did spend a lot of time in the PC when he was there, so like yeah, spread that knowledge.
Yeah. No, it's a great thing. Let me read some of these comments into the chat. HP goes, "How sauced is the Prince of WTAD doing?" And then said, "Wait, I typed that wrong." You're a mess. I can't deal with you.
My goodness.
Johnny in the chat says,
I retired from WTAD. I retired.
Johnny says, "What was it like being briefly in the ring with Onita at Destiny?"
Man, I'm so disappointed.
I know.
I mean, yeah, like it was better when I was in the ring with him in Once in a Lifetime. Honestly, like, I don't know, like, I was so freaking hyped up.
Yeah.
For Sunday, and then
you like jumped the gun,
Onita,
kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, Onita, not necessarily the most patient man I've ever met, I suppose, and he just wanted to get it on and popping. And like, okay, cool, but it's like, damn, like, I wish I had that release. You know what I mean? Because like that was gonna be some big intros. That was gonna be like some of the best shit I ever did in my life. And I didn't get it out, and like I was like, Argh!
Yeah.
So in all honesty, in the sake of being transparent, like yeah, I was in a pretty salty mood after that, and I didn't really even enjoy the match, and I just wanted to fucking leave. I was in a pretty bad mood. But that said, I hope that everybody did enjoy the match. I mean, from what I saw, like, you know, it was cool. The explosion was cool. There was a lot of fire at the end.
Yeah.
That sucked for Matt.
Yeah.
Onita was using light tubes, which that is very, very, very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was nuts. It was an experience, right? Like pretty much this weekend. So it was a lot. It was a lot this week. If you guys didn't watch it, you should definitely go back on the IWTV app and go watch that. So another fan tweet from Kevin said, "Love to get his account from where he was when Cardona won the GCW Universal Championship and people started throwing stuff." I ran, just so you know, like once he won, I was in the front row. I ran and hid by Young, Dumb, and Broke, which I talked about with the Young, Dumb, and Broke guys. You guys can go back on that episode. So, but yeah, I would love to hear, you know, you're all in there. That was a lot, physically being there. So.
All right, so as that was going down, I was watching the match by where the hard cam is situated in the showboat. So, like, if you've ever been in the showboat, like there's like a little bit of like a waist high wall divider of sorts, which does have openings in that ballroom. So like I was like standing like behind that. I was watching and I saw the last Rough Rider thing. I was like, oh wait, he's gonna win this thing, like just because like nobody told me what was going on. I just seen a lot of wrestling and I'm like, oh shit, he's about to win this shit. And 1, 2, 3, whatever, and like I was like, yeah, you're a winner and new champion, like that, all that, like that was like my genuine mood. I was not happy about it because at that point in time, Matt Cardona and I weren't exactly best of friends, and he won, and I was like, fuck. Oh yeah, whatever. And then so then like I was walking from the hard cam to like the other side of like where production is, like over on the other wall. And as I was like making my way, like I noticed like Cardona leaving towards the way that I was originally at, like going towards the hard camera, and like people are just swarming them.
Yeah.
Like throwing shit and fucking, yeah, it was awesome. It ruled. I was like, yeah, this is exactly what this is what you do this for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Make
definitely.
people feel a certain type of way. Yeah, it shit ruled.
It's great because I think I look at like independent wrestling like so differently, or just like wrestling in general, and I'm like, damn, I was like, this is such a smart business, like on Brett's side, you know, I'm like, how smart is this? Like, you know, like everyone was gonna get mad, but like people were coming and buying tickets like that maybe don't always necessarily come for like GCW, but they were coming for Matt, and even though it's like he got all these boos and like everybody went nuts, it's like, damn,
People
but
love
like,
it.
yeah, like they love it. Like they, at the end of the day, they still love him, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool when you think that way.
Like look at where we've come, like since when he came in July,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like look at the change from July to like November. Like
Yeah.
shit's picking up.
Yeah.
Like
It's nuts. It's
I
really
mean,
nuts.
like we've had a lot of momentum going for us for a while. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
like we was really like the only game in town, like really fucking going during the COVID era. You know, we were really going.
Right.
You know, we were doing as much as we could, and then you know we had the big turnout at the collective. Started traveling more. Started fucking with Cardona. You know what I mean? Like it's just more and more and more and more.
Right.
It's just been gradually piling and piling and piling.
Right.
So, yeah.
FS Prince is in the chat. He goes, when he defended the championship against Frank the Clown, I was mad. But that's what it was supposed to do. Come on, let's be realistic here.
Yeah, well, I mean, but let's see what happened after that. What happened after that?
Exactly.
Boom.
That's why I'm saying, like,
You're
that
saying
it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it's just such a smart move when you look at that thought process. But it did exactly that. So that's nuts too. And working with Mox, like, how crazy is that? Like,
Shit's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, look at our champions right now. We
Yeah.
got John Moxley, the Briscoes, and fucking Takeda.
It's nuts.
And PCO. He still got that Extreme title, I think.
Jeez.
I don't know.
It's a
I
good
don't know
time
if
to
we
be a
still
wrestling
talk about
fan.
that, but I still think he got that. I don't know.
Oh man, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, let's talk about travel, because you get to travel all over the place, all over the states. Tell us like some of your favorite places to travel to.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I spent a couple extra days in LA. Like when I came in like a day early, and I left like my flight was like, Sunday night, so I had like a couple free days. California is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it out there. Like it helps that like I have a bunch of friends out there already, like that I've known. And you know what? The same thing is true in Texas. Like I've known a bunch of people down in Texas over the years. Like whenever I go down there, and I'll be going down there again for my birthday weekend, Houston and Dallas, on the 3rd and 4th of next month. So that's gonna be awesome. I didn't really get a lot of time to explore in like Detroit at all, or like Chicago that much, for that matter. But like this time coming up, I think we're gonna have a little bit more time to do those things. So I'm interested in checking out something while I'm in town. New York City's cool, but it's like so much.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on, and fucking It's like sensory overload. Um,
I'm the New Yorker, like I get it, you know, but I'm used to
there's
it.
so much stuff, so many things and people, and just a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
LA is kind of like that though too, but it's like different. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but like from where I've been recently, like LA has been awesome. I like it, and yeah, 'cause like all this travel shit is like kind of is new.
Mhm.
Like it's new. Like I'm not trying to like put myself over, but like damn, it's like yo, I'm really like as a ring announcer, like I'm getting brought across the country to do this shit. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
damn, like I don't know too many people who get to have that happen for them. Uh, and I'm super appreciative of the fact that it's happening. And because of that, that's why I'm just going so hard.
Yeah.
Whatever city I'm in to give the best intros, the best energy, the best vibe. Like yeah, I want to put on for everywhere because like yeah, like this is a dream. This is a dream come true.
No.
Getting to go to all these places and see all these people and make all these connections and have all these experiences through wrestling on somebody else's dime. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man. Prince says, I also want to say Emil does excellent work.
Appreciate you.
And Christopher says, yo, Emil Jay. So thank you guys for coming in and hanging out and chatting with us. Again, if you got any questions for him, he'll be more than happy to answer anything. I want to talk. The next thing I want to talk about is your VHS collection. Like it's
Yeah.
insanity. So, what's your favorite one? And like how worn out are some of these VHS tapes? Like,
I'll tell you. I take real good care of my stuff.
Mhm.
With the exception, like, okay, so I fucked up. My first ever tape of wrestling, of like TV, like the first like few weeks of Monday Night Raw and WWF Superstars I was watching in July of '95. When I was watching it the last time, I don't know what happened. I think I pressed the record button by accident on my remote and accidentally taped over like the last like 2.5 hours of that shit. And
Oh,
that's
no.
literally the first ever VHS tape I ever made of wrestling, and I'm so hot about it. Like I'll never forgive myself for doing that. But other than that, like everything that I have either made myself or obtained from a source that took care of their own shit. Like everything is in very good condition.
Mhm.
There is some stuff that I got from people that you just can't help it. It's like fourth or fifth generation. It is what it is.
Right.
But like a lot of my stuff is in really good condition, and I'm always looking for more VHS stuff. But like not just like anything, because like people will come to me like, oh, I got Monday Night Raw on VHS from 1997. I'm like, yeah, I've had that like 4,000 times in my life. Like that's okay. Like what I'm looking for is like, oh, you have old indie tapes.
Oh.
You have old Japanese Mexico compilations. You have what kind of like weekend TV do you have? Like I'm not necessarily interested in Monday Night Raw, but if you have Shotgun Saturday Night, we could talk. Or like your local indie that was on fucking local access. Like NWA Kansas or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I want to see that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Like I'm always like I'm always hounding like the older wrestlers at like some of these like smaller shows I go to. I'm like, hey, next time you come to a show, you got to bring me some tapes
Mm-hmm.
of your old stuff. I'll convert it to DVD, da da da. And I generally get around to doing that. But like when I first get the tapes, I'm just like, yes, let me watch.
Get at him. Go bring him some tapes. Like, bring him some old school
Yeah.
shit. Like, get at him.
I have my homie. He lives in Pennsylvania. He just got a box of stuff from the mid '90s from Triple WA.
Oh, wow.
And like, yeah, and like that was the point in time where like Devin Storm and Ace Darling were like tearing it up on the indies, and I know that they were in Triple WA, and I need those tapes. But like we just got to find a time to like meet up. But those when I convert those tapes, I'll be putting it out to the masses. I think I got a lot of stuff in the vault. It's pretty crazy.
That's pretty neat. That's amazing. Captain Dave's in the chat. He said,
oh no,
Captain
Dave.
the god of ring announcing of this shit. That's awesome.
I appreciate you, Dave.
You're amazing. Prince says, almost makes me want to be a ring announcer with Emil's excitement. Also, if this hasn't been asked, how is it sharing a ring with 440?
440 is a cool group. Like they're not bad. They get a bad rap because they're from Ohio, and like Ohio's not like the coolest state. Columbus is badass. I like Columbus. Shout out to Unsanctioned Pro.
Yes.
But yeah, like no, like I've been friends with a lot of those guys for a good number of years. So like, yeah, like they're cool. Like I like them.
They're good people.
I
They
like
really
them.
are.
Yeah,
They're really nice, and like I like that. Even like that they always with pictures at a lot of the shows. I mean, even this weekend at Destiny, you had all 6 of them. Like they had their own tables going on. Like that was like a rare, like when you get all 6 of them at the table to take photos with them. So
absolutely,
that was that's amazing. But no, if you're ever scared to ever go do meet and greets with these guys, like don't. They're like the most nicest guys. That you can
yeah, RSP is the cool dude. Like I've been friends with him the longest out of all that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good people.
HP goes, why doesn't Emil wear suits anymore?
Like, look at where I'm at. It don't make sense.
There you go.
It doesn't fit the vibe.
It's his own thing, man. Like that's his thing. That's why.
Yeah, like I'll wear a suit. Like I'll wear a suit if the show calls for it. Like for example, like if I was ring announcing Bloodsport, I would have worn a suit.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Like when I do like these like smaller shows, like that aren't like like crazy. Yeah, I'll wear a suit, like more traditional. I just did a show on Saturday. I wore a suit. But it doesn't, to me, like it doesn't fit the vibe of GCW for me to be, dressed to the nines. I like the, it's a different feel of GCW. I remember, and the thing that really made this click was, it was a show that. It was actually the first show that I did like a Nick Gage intro for, like what would morph into what it is today. It was Art of War, the show that we did in Howell, where Nick Gage wrestled Matt Riddle.
Oh wow!
In like July of 2017, I think it was. Yeah, because it was the Saturday before the Onita Tremont Once in a Lifetime of CZW. So like I'm hanging out in the parking lot, like smoking, doing dabs, fucking doing my thing, because I'm thinking I'm just gonna be on commentary, so I'm getting ripped to like say a lot of words and stuff. And then like we go inside at like bell times at like 7:30, and I finally go inside at like 7:20. This was like that, like the, like the days of GCW where it was like outlaw, football.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
were fucking ragtag misfits and shit. So I go inside at like 7:20. We're supposed to go on in like 10 minutes, and like I forget, it was either Lauderdale or Danny at this point was like, "Yo, we need you to ring announce," and I was like, "Oh, what?" Like I wasn't prepared for that. Like I didn't know what the card was. Like I didn't know the order of anything. I didn't like, and I was like ripped to shreds. I didn't know what was going on. We were about to go live in like 10 minutes, so I thought like
Oh wow.
we didn't really go on till like 7:45. But anyway, like I remember saying, I was like, "Yo, like I don't have anything to wear." I was like, "I'm just wearing this." I thought I was just doing commentary, and they were like, because I was wearing I think it was like a Papa Shango t-shirt, old school WWF hat, some fucking jeans, like whatever. And they were like, "You know what? They were like, "No, it don't matter. Just go out there and be you." And I was like,
That's awesome.
"Oh. Oh, okay."
That's awesome.
And then like since then it's just been gradually more and more me. Like and now like what you see is what you get. Like that's just me to the T. Like I'm like when you see me in the ring cheesing, like mad happy, like yeah. Like, it's
That's
real.
yeah.
Like I'm in the ring vibing. Like I have the coolest job in the world. Like that's how I really feel. So
That's awesome.
I get to wear some cool clothes and announce some cool wrestlers and
living your best life, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's amazing. I also want to talk about you've been posting videos of jerking with Emil, like, where you try a bunch of jerky, which is so awesome. So like, what gave you that thought process? Like, oh, I'm going to start making these videos, and like, what's your favorite one up to date right now of jerky?
All right. So like it kind of started like earlier like this year where I was like, I want to do like some kind of like video content on a regular. I didn't really know what I was gonna do. Like at first I started what was it? Beer drinking Emil drinks beers. That's what it was called. And I would like go to the store and buy like different IPAs and like just like try them and whatever. And I was like, man, like these shits are like fucking $14 for a 4-pack. Like this shit's is expensive to be doing all this. Like,
Yeah.
it's doing the job, but like damn, like so like then from like Emil drinks beers, I was like, oh okay, maybe we'll do snack time with Emil. So I started getting like these like different snack subscription boxes and shit. And then I was like, you know what? Like, and then I discovered the one for beef jerky. I was like, wait, I really like beef jerky a lot. Like, I think a subscription box of beef jerky would be awesome. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get a subscription box of beef jerky, and I also have a subscription box of Crunchables.com, which is like potato chips. I just like getting I just like getting and tasting different weird things and reviewing them on the online. It's just something to do.
Something to do.
Something to do after I get ripped. That's really all it is.
I do the snack crates on Patreon. That's fun. That you get to try stuff from all over the world. And the last...
which one do you do? Is it called Snack Crate?
Yeah, it's Snack Crate. I think it's like $15 a month, and then you get from stuff from all over the world. And my last box was from New Zealand, and like ew. So my reactions were priceless. No, it was bad. It's bad.
New Zealand don't know how to snack.
No.
See, that's the thing. Like, I was getting some of them like international snack boxes, and like some of this shit would hit, and then some of this shit was just like, come on, yo, like, what are y'all eating? Like, what are y'all doing here?
But it makes great
then,
content.
Like, so then I was like, you know what? Instead of getting all this like random ass shit, like, why don't I just get some shit that I know that I like? I know I like beef jerky. I know I like potato chips. So let me just like change it up.
Yeah.
I'll get a beef jerky box. I'll get a potato chip box. Call it a day. I
Okay.
know I like those things. Like, I really wish there was like one, like a box that was exclusively for like fruity candy.
I bet you there
Like,
is.
there probably is. I just gotta like
You gotta
find
look
it.
on
Like,
the internet. I forgot there's a website, like old school candy. I gotta find it. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Like they have like the old school, all different kind of candies or whatever like that. But I'm sure with the way that the internet is, they have a little bit of everything.
I love fruity candy. Like, you can keep your chocolates, keep your wafers, keep your cookies.
There you go.
I don't need
you
all
want to
that.
make
Give me
Emil
fruity
happy?
candy.
Bring him some fruity candy at a show that you see him. So bring him some
Yeah.
snacks. We get a couple more of these questions in the chat, and then I'm gonna come down to. I have final 2 questions for you. Johnny wants to
Okay.
know, what is your favorite Japanese deathmatch company?
Ooh, let's see. I like Big Japan. I guess they're like the most prolific.
Mhm.
They've been doing it the longest. Maybe, yeah. They've got to have been doing it the longest because I don't think they've ever shut down.
Mhm.
Like when like it's been the same continuous company since like the late '90s. I do like those like garbage promotions from like the mid '90s where it's like IWA Japan and Wing. FMW ruled.
Yeah.
Freedoms is sick.
Yeah.
There's
There's a lot.
but yeah, I think I like Big Japan the most.
Okay. It's good too because we learn stuff if you guys aren't following that. Like you got the suggestions all over here, which is great. Melissa says she's in complete agreement that fruity candy is better than chocolate.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Fruity all day.
Christopher wants to know, how is Matt Tremont's match and Chuck Payne's match go?
What, against each
I
other?
guess
or-
Destiny. I mean, is that what you're talking about, Chris? Let me know in the chat. I'm assuming he's
Yeah.
talking Destiny. It was nuts. That's pretty
Matt
much.
Tremont got burnt to a crisp,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So, you let me know in the chat, Chris, and then we'll come back to that. But with all the traveling that you do, I'm sure you can give us one of your best road trip stories.
Road trip. Man, like,
I feel like everybody's always got like some sort of fun story to like bring.
like most of my road trips wind up with me wanting to strangle Chris Levin. like that kid fucking annoys the shit out of me. Also, like, we're like really good friends in real life. Like,
Yeah.
we live like 15 minutes away from each other. And I've known him for a very long time, so I can say that. I hate him, but I like him. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna strangle him. No.
Like
let's
most
see,
people.
Like a lot of my road trips are like really like tame. Like, I don't
No
have anything.
fun. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Nah, because I'm trying to think like, oh, on the road, like,
Yeah.
like, what do you do on the road? Like, a lot of this shit is like,
No, nothing crazy. I always go back and reference the one story that Jeff Cannonball and Steve Scott threw pizza out the window. That Jeff had to top Steve Scott by throwing a slice out. Then Jeff Cannonball threw a whole pie out the window. Like,
yeah, no, like, I
Well,
don't
then-
know, like, I don't have anything like
that's
really
okay.
crazy,
That's
really.
okay.
Cause like either we're like just like bullshitting about wrestling or like I'm knocked out. Like
Yeah.
like on the road, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, hotels are like a different story. You know
Oh,
what
well,
I
then
mean?
give us
Like,
one of your great hotel stories then.
all right, so
Now this is where I get canceled.
no. This is a fun one. So like fucking, this is 2015, by the way, long ass time ago. AIW out in fucking Ohio. This was before I was even working for them. I went out. I had just gotten fucking fired from my casino job, and I was like, okay, I got open availability. I'll go out to the J-Lit tournament, the JT Lightning Invitational. All right, I'll go there. It seems fun. Because I've been talking with the guys about coming in a little bit before that. Okay, let me go. So we go to the fucking J-Lit. J-Lit night one. Like, me and my buddy, we bring a fucking 30 rack of Bud Light Lime slim cans. I remember specifically they were slim cans.
Okay.
Come in and we have the gimmick, like because they would sell tickets that you could buy beer with at the Ohio thing. I don't know how legally it was set up, but like you would buy a ticket and then with a ticket you can buy a beer or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, they had big ice bands and I said, yo, put this shit on ice for us. So like through like night one, like I'm just there chilling. I just keep going down, grabbing like like as the show's going on, I would like, drink some beer and then I would go back down to the ice bin and I would grab like 3 of them and walk back up to my seat and just start drinking some beers. And then after the show, we went to the after party and there's beers in the hotel room. We're at the downstairs bar. Too Cold Scorpio has purchased me multiple beverages for whatever reason. Nunzio gave me a beer. Things are... Scorp was buying me Jack and Cokes, which was awesome for him. I like Scorp. Big homie. But, yeah, so, like, as the night progresses and the final tally is done and fucking... After I've drank over 25 cans of beer.
Oh, God.
25 cans of beer. Fucking 3 Jack and Cokes. Fucking somebody. I was outside on the balcony smoking a blunt with Cheech. Fucking somebody had rum or vodka infused gummies, and it was like down to the last little bit, and I fucking slurped the end of the Tupperware. Like, I forget being on one. I was like on like 111, bro. Like I was just gone. Like I was just on everything. Like there was one point where like security was called and I hid under the bed. But like as I was hiding under the bed, I was like motioning for my boy to like throw me a beer like I was Steve Austin. And he actually did. And I actually caught it. Like, it was madness.
Oh, my God.
So, anyway. So, things happen. And next thing you know, like, I find myself asleep in the fucking hallway of this hotel. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And on one side of the room, on one side of the hallway is, like, the hotel manager.
Oh, no.
Walking towards me. And on the other side of the hallway is the extremely cute wrestler Colin Delaney, right? And the hotel manager is like sick of my shit, and she wants me to like figure it out. And like Colin Delaney sees what's about to happen, and he's like, "Oh no, he's with me, it's fine. Okay, I know him." Cause I'm just like sleeping in the hallway. Like he picks me up and he's like, "Hey, what room are you in, bro?" And for whatever reason, the only number I could remember at that point in time was 316. So they take me to room 316.
Oh no.
And room 316 is a family of 4 that's been staying there for 5 nights already. Obviously, room 316 isn't my deal. So then Colin Delaney, he's like, you know what? Fuck it. He takes me up to some room, and he like just opens the door and he throws me in, and I sleep on the floor. All I remember, Dick Justice was in the room, and like a bunch of like other upstate New York independent wrestlers that like I never met before.
Oh boy.
And like I wake up like a few hours later, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get my shit. Like da 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 da. Meanwhile, my belongings were strewn across 3 separate hotel rooms.
Oh my god.
On different floors of said hotel. I retrieved everything that I had. Well, I tell you, no wallet, no glasses, no phone, no pants.
Oh my god.
No shoes. They were all in different places, but I found everything, and yeah, that was probably like
great.
one of my wildest weekends. Like just it was madness. Like, but hey,
That's fun.
when you got a really cool tournament happening and Cheech is smoking you out and Scorp's buying you drinks and so is fucking little Guido, like you gotta do what you gotta do. And
I feel that.
I did it. I certainly did it.
Oh man, that's a great story. I love it. I love it. So I always
Does that count as a road story?
No, I said you. Yeah, well, that's why I said you give me a hotel story since you brought up I got hotel stories. So I will take that in replacement of the road trip story. So I appreciate that. So thank you. So I always like to end my interviews with a positive for a lot of fans that I get questions. They love listening in. They're trying to get into the business, whether they want to go into wrestling, become a wrestler. Maybe they want to work backstage, but what would a piece of advice that would you give them that whether they want to go into commentary or ring announcing or any kind of advice just to get into the business?
Show up, show face, help out, be a sponge. Don't be an idiot.
Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, like don't go in there fooling around and like, oh my god, I'm doing wrestling stuff. Cool. No. If that's what you want to do, just go do it and be chill about it. Yeah. Don't goof off. Like don't pop off at the mouth with some stupid ass jokes when like you're not supposed to. You know what I mean? Like just know how to conduct yourself in an atmosphere where wrestling is happening. You know what I mean? Like
be respectful, be humble. I feel like
like I see a lot of these kids and I'm just like, yo, like chill out a little bit. Like I get that you're excited, but like chill because you're looking like an asshole right now. Like calm down. like I said, I get that it's exciting, but like don't make yourself look like you're not serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like make yourself look like you're here to conduct yourself and you're here to, really do something here. Like don't be goofing off and being a clown. Open your ears, open your eyes, listen to and watch everything.
Yeah.
Not just at live shows, but you're watching on TV. And when you're first starting out, please just do not come in there with ideas of who you're going to be and what you're going to be, because until you are actually doing the until you actually learn how to do the role that you are doing, whether it is wrestler, manager, referee, commentator, ring announcer, whatever, until you learn how to actually do that, you can't know how you're going to harness that and make that you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's
Does that make sense?
no, it does make sense. Like I totally got it. You know, and I think it's really
Like-
great advice.
Like there's some people, like, look, keep it to commentary. Okay. They just started doing commentary. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a heel color guy.
Yeah.
What? Do you even know how to call a match, like, straight up?
Mm.
Like, let alone, like, know when and where and how to get in your fucking hacky jokes?
Right.
No, you don't. Like, because you don't actually know what you're doing. And because they didn't come into it with the right mindset. They just came into it like, oh, how can I do this thing that I want to do in wrestling?
Yeah.
Because this is how I want to do it. No, it's not always like that. You because even as a wrestler, you might be like, oh, I want to be a this kind of wrestler. I want to be a technical wrestler, right?
Yeah.
But when you get in the ring, for whatever reason, in the ring you got two left feet, and you can't get it going, and you're not there for everything technical. But for whatever reason, your strikes are fucking phenomenal, and you can brawl. So, shit. Instead of being Mr. Technical Wrestler, you're gonna be a brawler now, bro. It's what you're good at. That's, but you don't know that until you actually learn how to do what it is that you're trying to do.
Right.
Then figure out how to make that work for yourself. Yeah, like, don't come in with preconceived notions. Yeah. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
That's smart.
To shorten that all up.
Yeah, no, it's great advice. Thank you for that. So let's tell everybody, November, you got a lot, you're busy. I have a lot of flyers here. I just tell everybody where they can find you the next month if they want to come bring you some beef jerky and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, please. Beef jerky and fruity candy. And PBR.
There you go.
So tomorrow I'm in Philadelphia at Harris Chester in the Philadelphia area for Hybrid Wrestling. That's Friday. Let's see. Sunday, Ridgefield Park on the 7th for JCW Survival, or Series of Survivals.
I'll be there.
Friday, the 12th in Detroit for GCW. Evil Deeds. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Saturday the 13th is the NGI for GCW in Summit, Illinois. Then on the 19th, we have NFW in the Monster Factory. On the 21st, we have Bloodstorm Pro at the H2O Wrestling Center. And then on the 27th, we have Camp Leapfrog at Skid Row, I believe is what they're calling the building now, in Westville, New Jersey, formerly the New Moon Wrestling Center, or West Deptford or something like that. I don't know. One of those places. That's where Camp Leapfrog is at.
You're a busy guy.
At Camp Leapfrog, they'll fucking tell you where it is.
You're a busy guy. Busy.
Yeah, just what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 7.
Yeah, it's 7. Only 7.
Just 7 this month. Hey, I'm available for November 20th if anybody is listening. I am not available for November 6th. That is a bad day. Rest in peace, Mook. That'll be 1 year. My best friend passed, so November 6th is a special day for me. But yeah, any other day they want to book me, that'll be cool.
Awesome. Get at him, book him for your shows. It's definitely
No, don't get Adam, get Emil.
Not Adam, that guy. No.
Not Adam Galt. Fuck Adam Galt.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. I like him. I like him a lot.
Well, get Emil to come bring up your show. Like, guys, definitely hit him up and tell everybody where they can find you so they can send you a message if they want to get you at the shows.
My at for everything is the Emil Jay, TheEmiljay, and I believe that's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Tinder, and Cash App.
I'm dead.
So figure it out.
And then I talked.
Most importantly, Cash App. Cash App.
Send him some money so he can buy some beer and some free candy and all that.
I need it.
Yes, and some more merch so he can buy some more merch to add to his swag and VHS tapes. Send him some VHS tapes, pretty much. What?
I need it all.
I love it. And he still has a couple of merch shirts. He told me. What were the sizes again? You said.
I got one 3X and one 4X, so
hit the DMs
if you like a lot of X's in your shirts, I got a couple for you. Otherwise, if you want me to reprint the shirts, give me a hell yeah.
Let him know Arcadia put it over and said it was the most softest shirt he's ever wore. So that's definitely cool.
They do good shirts. Yeah. And hey, if you ever wanted a shirt of a dude with a crazed face standing in front of a cavalcade of microphones, chicken wings, and Ferris wheels, that's what you got with a shirt of me.
I love it.
With some blinged out Emil Jay, like I'm like a Cash Money rapper from the late 90s.
I love it. All his links are in the description below. So, but Emil, thank you so much for hanging out with us and chatting with us for a while. It was a pleasure. I'll see you Sunday. Definitely.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for having me. This was cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me chopping it up.
Absolutely. Guys, make sure you hit like and subscribe and turn that bell on so you can continue to follow everybody that we interview. Conan Lycan's coming on next week. So you never know who's going to be on this podcast. Some great stuff. I got some great stuff that I'm in the works with. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to the No Holds Barred Network. So guys, that's going to end our episode. So stay safe, support independent wrestling, and then we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Assalamu alaikum.